Welcome to Irish Footy Vlogs, and this is your Republic of Ireland World Cup qualifier preview against Bulgaria this Saturday, and then they play Armenia away on the Tuesday. So we'll kind of speak about both games, but obviously with the Hungarian one first, it's kind of like the big game and the most important one. But obviously the Republic of Ireland are in a group with Hungary, Armenia and Portugal to try and qualify for the World Cup, and obviously Portugal are the big fish. We'll talk about Hungary in a couple of minutes, and Armenia would be seen as the weaker side in the group. But looking at the results Ireland have had against Armenia, and they've all been very tight recently. We'll get onto that one later. But I'm also going to go through my starting 11 that I would personally pick for the game against Bulgaria. So as usual, let me know exactly what you think in the comments regarding the squad announcement, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, regarding your predictions for the Hungary game and the Armenia game, and regarding the team you would personally pick for the upcoming game against Hungary. Let's get into the squad announcement. Don't forget as well, guys, to subscribe to the channel. That would be fantastic as well. So the squad, not too many surprises in the squad. I'll speak about the fact that Troy Parrish unfortunately had to pull out, which was a killer. He was named the original squad, and Troy Parrish has been very good for AZ Alkmaar this year, scoring 10 goals in 7 games for the club, and really has been flying in the European competitions for them, playing with a lot of confidence. Disappointing. However, Johnny Kenny of Celtic, formerly of Sligo Rovers and Shamrock Rovers, of course, he was at Shamrock Rovers on loan last season where he did brilliantly for the club. He has been drafted into the squad, so brilliant to see that, I have to say, from that point of view. But the goalkeepers, no surprise. Caoimhín Kelleher, Gavin Bazunu, Mark Travers are all in the squad. Caoimhín Kelleher, of course, is at Brentford now this season. Gavin Bazunu is back at Southampton, and he's back from a bad injury and playing well, so great to see that. Defenders, Matt Doherty, Jake O'Brien, Jimmy Dunn, Darragh O'Shea, Nathan Collins, Bosson Lawal, who could also play midfield, by the way, Liam Scales and Ryan Manning. Of course, the likes of Shane Duffy is out of the squad. Midfielders, Jason Knight, Josh Cullen, Jack Taylor, Killian Phillips. Seen as the central midfielders, really. I'd nearly put Finn Aziz in there as well. He's down as an attacker, but I see him in more as a number 10, really. Casey McAteer as a winger. Chigbozi Agbene, Mikey Johnson, Sammy Smolix, who I don't think is really performing in an Irish shirt yet, has he? And it's hard to know where his best position is, be it up front in the two, as an inside forward, etc. And then the actual strikers per se, I would say centre forwards really. Evan Ferguson, Adam Ida, and of course Johnny Kenny. Let me know what your thoughts on that squad. Is there anyone there that you wouldn't have in the squad, or is there anyone that isn't in the squad you would have liked to have seen in the squad? Robbie Brady is obviously out as well through injury. Of course, Evan Ferguson, brilliant to see him at Roma. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments as well. Man the match's first match, assisted against Pisa in a 1-0 win at the weekend as well. So great that he's fit and available. Would have loved to have seen Ferguson and Parrott together, I'm not going to lie, but unfortunately that's not on, is it? But let me know what you think about the squad. Let's now speak about the upcoming game against Hungary. So guys, this is the team I've actually gone with. Let me know what you think. But the formation I've gone with is a 3-2-2-2-1 basically formation. Johnson and Aziz essentially in 2 number 10. So like a box midfield in a way, with Knight and Cullen a bit deeper, Ferguson up top in his own. But I'll start off obviously with the goalkeeper. I've gone with Caoimhín Kelleher. I really like Gavin Bazunu, and it's great to see him back from injury and doing really well. And I didn't like when Bazunu was playing for Ireland before, and it seemed like the media were pushing that Kelleher should be starting. Bazunu was brilliant for Ireland when he was there before his injury. Absolutely outstanding. Many man-of-the-match performances. But I kind of feel the same way with Kelleher at the moment. He has the number 1 jersey and you can't take it off him, basically. He's gone to Brentford, which should do him good, I think. Obviously, he was at Liverpool, started the season with Brentford. But great to see. We've 2 good goalkeepers. I think Bazuna's ceiling's very high. Kelleher in goal for me. 3 centre halves. I've gone with Nathan Collins in the middle. He's been a real leader for this Irish team. Darragh Shea in the left, and I've gone for Jacob Bryan the right. Again, this is my team, the team I would pick, not the team I necessarily think the manager will pick. So I like Jacob Bryan. He's been playing right back for Everton. I think he really is a centre back though. And I think he would fit in a back three very well, the right hand side. Great to see him playing for Everton. Nathan Collins obviously playing for Brentford, and he's the mainstay in the side now. Darragh Shea, I suppose Ipswich haven't started the season very well in the Championship, but I'd go with Darragh Shea nonetheless because I think he's slotted in there quite well recently. So you want to keep that continuation, really, don't you? The wing backs, I'd go for Ryan Manning. I think he's done well. He's had a good start of the season at Southampton, 2 goals as well for Manning, and I think wing back suits him better than full back, so I'd slot him in there for sure. And I would go with Matt Doherty, a right wing back. Now, a lot of people aren't a big fan of Matt Doherty, and I get it. Sometimes you're not sure about his attitude and stuff like that, to be honest. However, I still think he's our best player generally in that position. He could also slot in at right centre back, but I'd still start him. Maybe later on in the game you could bring on Benny, for example, or something like that. But I'd still go with Doherty. Midfield too. Midfield's been a big problem for us, I think, for a long time. And good honest players, Josh Cullen and Knight as well. And a lot of people could be tempted to go with Phillips in the middle. He's a bit of a powerhouse. I've seen him a lot in the League of Ireland and that. Moved to Palace now at St Mirren. But I think for such a big World Cup qualifier game, his inexperience in these type of games, I'd probably go with Knight and Cullen, and they've played together a bit as well. So, I'd probably go with them. From Ireland's point of view, though, I think, it's difficult to play through the middle, to be honest with you. So, tactically, you're probably not looking to play through the middle as such anyway. But hopefully they can do a job against Hungary. And then the 2 number 10s, got for Mikey Johnson, to be honest. I think Johnson, whenever he's played for Ireland, has actually done quite well, to be fair. He's had his injury problems, we know that. But I'd go with him ahead of Schmodix, for example. I think Schmodix is yet to impress playing for Ireland, to be honest with you. So I'd like to see Mikey Johnson in there. Some people would argue that Casey McAteer could get a goal as well, but possibly even wing back, but I go for Johnson. He's played quite well when he's appeared for Ireland, to be fair. And on the right of that box midfield, they can both interchange, of course, as well. I go with Finn Aziz. I think he's obviously moved from Southampton, or to Southampton from Middlesbrough as well. He's got a bit of something, hasn't he? He's a good ball carrier as well and create opportunities. And up front, you can't go wrong, I think, with Evan Ferguson. Still arguably our best centre forward. He started the season well with Roma. Obviously, man of the match, his first match, and setting up a goal in the second match. So he seems to be fit and playing with confidence. So he has to play. Troy Parrott's a big loss for me, though, to be honest with you, with the form he was in. But that's the 11 I would go with, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. A little bit on the head-to-head. The last 4 times Republic of Ireland have played Hungary, Ireland have won twice, and Hungary, there's been 2 0-0 draws. Ireland won 2-1 twice. The first win was in 1991. So these 4 games date back to 1991. The last time Hungary actually beat Ireland was a 4-0 win in 1969. So it's a long time since the Hungarians have been successful against the Republic of Ireland. What's interesting as well, they have 5 or 6 players in their squad to play with Ferencváros, of course. Robbie Keane is manager of Ferencváros. And I do wonder, has Heimer Helgersson maybe been in Robbie's ear? I'd be surprised if he wasn't, in regarding some of these players. Look, they have some very good players. We know the Liverpool player, Szoboszlai, of course, who scored a cracking goal against Arsenal at the weekend, brilliant free kick. And Kerkez, the left back, he's also Hungarian. Also, Martin Dardai, who plays for Hertha Berlin, is another big player for them as well. So they've got some players. But Ireland definitely have an opportunity to win this game. I would say, though, in all honesty, it's probably, even though it's only the start of the group, it's a must not lose. If you lose the first game and it's a home to Hungary, having to travel to Hungary and then play Portugal twice, and then also puts a lot of pressure on you going to Armenia on Tuesday. It's a must not lose. But that said, I don't think Ireland should be too cautious either, and almost play like not to lose. It's very important that we try and attack the game, particularly at home. But we do have to be wary at the same time of the Hungarian threat, because they do have a massive, massive threat. You know, Szoboszlai's actually scored 16 goals for his country as well, which is very impressive. And there's not many goals in the Irish team, as in the top scorers, I believe, are Adam Ida on 5 goals. I think Ferguson might have 5 as well, so it's not great, is it? You know, it's not great. But we should go into the game with a bit of confidence, and we should be looking to try and finish the group in second place. It won't be easy. But that's why this game against Hungary is key, because ourselves and Hungary will be favourites to challenge that second place. You'd expect Portugal to win the group, for sure, wouldn't you really? But Ireland and Hungary could take points off Portugal somewhere. So that could be key as well, who takes more points. But I think it'll come down to the head-to-heads, in my opinion, between Ireland and Hungary. So this is a massive game, and I fear we'll see a very cautious game of chess on Saturday, probably from both sides, to be honest with you. Or both sides mightn't be too disappointed with the point, but you have to play the game in its merits and see how it goes. That's kind of the way I'm kind of seeing this game at the moment. But if I was to predict, I'm going to go for Republic of Ireland 1, Hungary 1. But obviously, hopefully the Irish win. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, Armenia have 2 players that have scored 9 goals for them. I'm going to butcher the names here, but Tigran Barshegyan and Edward Spertian have both got 9 goals. So they're obviously a threat. Believe it or not, they also have a player that plays for Varos. So Robbie Keane will know all about him. And his name is Edgar Sevigyan. So he's one to watch as well. He's a midfield player that plays for Varos. Now, Armenia and the Republic of Ireland have an interesting history in the last 4 matches. They've been very, very tight. Armenia have actually managed to win 1 of them as well, and Ireland have won 3 of them, but all by a single goal. Since 2010, they've played each other 4 times. Ireland have won 1-0 away to Armenia. They've beaten Armenia 2-1. They've lost, of course, 1-0 to Armenia in 2022, and then the Republic of Ireland beat them 3-2 in the Aviva as well. Both of those games were in the Nations League. So they're tight games. Ireland have won 3 of the 4, but all by 1 goal, and Armenia have won the other one. So we can't take anything for granted. And, you know, no matter what happens in the Hungary game, Ireland have to go to Armenia and win. You just feel like in this group, every team will feel like they have to take 6 points for Armenia. As simple as that. It is as simple as that. In theory, it is. But, you know, Ireland have often dropped points against perceived nations they should be beaten before, to be fair. So, the Armenia match, of course, we're looking ahead to the Hungary match. That's what we're looking ahead to. But, you know, what's success for Ireland over these 2 games? Is 4 points good? Maybe. Maybe not. It depends how it goes later on. I mean, if we were to draw against Hungary and then lose away, then it's not good. You know what I mean? So it really does depend, and it depends on the merits of the game. But in the Armenia match, I think, regardless of what happens in the Hungary match, I think we'll go there and win, but I think it'd be tight. I'm going to go for Armenia 1, Republic of Ireland 2. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give us a prediction for both games. What starting 11 would you go for the Hungary match, and what system would you go for? That's going to be the interesting thing. Helgersson, of course, has played 3 at the back very often. We know that, mainly because of the strength of our defence. We've got decent centre backs we can call upon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.